Hey everyone, welcome back to Catching Up with the Walkers. Thanks for joining us this morning. It is a beautiful day. We got a lot of rain last night, so we have a little bit of water standing. You can see right over there, and the garden got a good amount of water on it, so I'm hoping our corn and okra will be coming up soon. But today I have to make a special delivery. If you watched our last video over at Walker Farm Fam, you know that a neighbor of ours found a little baby rabbit. The nest had been destroyed by a bulldozer. All the other siblings to this rabbit were dead. He brought it to us, and I named him Thumper, and I continued to take care of him. I started feeding him with a syringe with some milk, and he was doing great. And then I thought, I don't know if I'm able to house a wild rabbit. So I called our Oklahoma Department of Wildlife, our game warden, and they said, no, you are not. So what do you do with a rabbit if you can't take care of it and it can't take care of itself because it's a baby and it needs a mama still? What do you do with it? So today I'm going to try to answer that question, and I got to get it boxed up, and I want to take it to where it's going for official rehabilitation. So let's go check on him. Hopefully Thumper's still kicking. Hopefully he's still thumping. Good morning, Shelby. How are you, girl? Shelby's always on the lookout here. She watches these chicks. One day, two of them got out as soon as they got in there. And I've noticed when I walk out here in the morning, she sits here and watches them. But the day that they got out, she actually stood out there and just stood by them. Made sure they were safe. And Thumper was very active last night. So you can see he made a mess in his water, and it looks like he's probably eating some grass. So what I'm going to do is just kind of box up his habitat, give him a little bit of home in the new spot here while he gets transported. We'll throw some dirt in there, kind of make him feel like he's at home. He's got grass in there. He'll be okay without water for a little bit. All right, Thumper. It's been good having you here on the farm, buddy. I'm gonna miss you. But guess what? Somebody else has to take care of you because that's the rule. All right, there we go. All right, so Thumper can make his home in there. I've got holes cut in the top for air. I'm not gonna close this too tight anyway. He's got a hole right there for air. But poor Thumper. First his family got destroyed, and then his second family that took him in got told that they can't be his family. So now he's got to leave. Shelby, it's a sad day. Okay, watch out, girl. I want to watch out. Back. So we're going to get on the road. I got to drop the kids off at school, and then we'll continue to our destination. I'll tell you where that's at when we get there. So we have made it to the new home of Thumper, Wild Heart Ranch, over by Claremore, Oklahoma. And we're gonna bring him inside. Let's see how this goes. All right, Thumper. The end of the road for you, buddy. Or the beginning of the road, I guess. Another chance at new life. So I made it back home and I got my feed unloaded. I also went and picked up some feed. Unfortunately, I had a bag bust. It happens ever so often and makes a mess. And I had a bigger mess over here where I put my feed. So I ended up cleaning all that out, swept it out. Looks 100 times better. Oh man, that's been driving me crazy. Now I just gotta finish up and clean this mess up. So I'm gonna go out to the barn and unload the bale of alfalfa. I'm gonna shut that door so the wind doesn't blow everything. I don't know what happened to my hat. Lost it when I was unloading that feed. It kind of started getting hot. But today is my grandma's 88th birthday. That's right, 88. I can't hold up. I've got to hold my camera. 5 plus 3, 8. 88. So I'm excited. Her name is Naomi Faye. So happy birthday to my grandma. I'm going to try to head out there in just a little bit. I think I'm gonna take Little Bear. Cassie's about to head out to school. She is getting showered and about to change and go to school. She has been home with Little Bear for about half a day. He is feeling so much better. He slept 11 hours last night, which is kind of back to his normal. So I'm hoping he's on the mend and getting better from his little bug. So I'm gonna go unload this, and we're gonna head to see my grandma in just a little bit. So Little Bear and I are out here at the local Harps in our local town to shop for a birthday present. I'm thinking one of these hanging baskets would be perfect for my grandma for her porch. So let's pick one out. These are real pretty right here. What are these? Lavender sky blue petunias. I think purple might be your favorite color. I think purple will work. Let's do purple. That's a pretty one. Oh, it's got a little yellow in there too. You like that one? Is that a good one? Is that funny? One of these days I'd like to plant some maple trees just because they're really pretty in the right time of year. Not today, but one day. So we're also gonna get my grandma some strawberries. When she grew up in Texas, she ate so many beans. She would call them Texas strawberries, close her eyes, and pretend that they were strawberries because she got so tired of beans. What is it? You can't have that. Always an adventure with this guy. And we had to get something that Little Bear can eat. We got him animal crackers. Yummy. We'll eat those on as a snack later when we're there. Little Bear's ready. We're gonna go give Grandma her strawberries and her flowers. You ready? We got the greeting committee out here. Hey, buddy.
I told you that, didn't I, Troy? Oh, yeah.
So we can only last about 5 to 10 minutes inside before Little Bear gets ready to go out. So I took him down the driveway. We're gonna look at the garden real quick. My dad and my nephew come and help my grandpa here in the garden. They've got potatoes and onions, several rows of corn, and okra planted. Oh, there's some corn coming up right there. You can see the corn coming up. And then tomatoes, squash, peppers. Just a little bit of everything. But the garden's looking good. So this is the next morning, and let me show you guys what it's doing here in Oklahoma today. I probably still need to water these because they're probably not getting much rain. But we are getting lots and lots of rain today. Thank you, Jesus. We needed the rain, and I'm so thankful for it. Our hay fields needed it. Our trees needed it. The garden needed it. Everything needed rain. And today we're getting some, and some lightning, and there's chances of tornadoes. So today I'm at home by myself with Little Bear. Cassie has kind of like little Olympics for the kids at school today called Bradford Games. So she's hooked up with that today. And we'll try to catch up with her later on. I still wanted to have her talk a little bit about the kind of pets they had growing up. You guys know what happened in the beginning of the video with little Thumper, but it was just kind of a normal thing growing up. If you found a wild animal in the woods, you took care of it. You tried to raise it. You did your best. And that was just the way it was. I didn't know there were laws against helping an animal, but apparently there are, so we'll talk a little bit about that. But right now, I'm gonna catch up in the house and enjoy the rain. You can see it is coming right down that gutter good, so let it rain, let it rain. So another day, back at it with the adventures of Dad and Little Bear. And we came out here to check out the garden. I can't walk in it because it's too wet, but everything looks to be growing. These squash are just growing by the minute. They look so much bigger already. So we need to get the chores done, and I can tell you, whenever you are watching a toddler, you don't get a whole lot done in the day. But luckily, I have this new stroller. You guys may have caught it on our last video, and it has a lot bigger wheels, and it works out a lot better. So so far today, we went back out to my grandparents. He needed me to bring some stuff out there to him, so I did that. And then we went to Walmart and got all the stuff to make dinner tonight. We're gonna have quesadillas and chips and queso and guacamole and salsa and all kinds of stuff. So come along, we're gonna do the chores. I'm gonna survive this. I can do it. I can do it, right? Right, Little Bear? We're gonna get the chores done, right? Huh? You gonna help? Okay. What? Say yes? Yes? Okay, please don't take your socks off. He loves to take his socks off. All the time. And his shoes. That's why he doesn't have shoes on, because he loves to take them off. So we're gonna have a bigger problem if Tom Henry tries to attack my stroller over here. I'm gonna take that very personal. Tom, you'll be skating on thin ice if you try to attack Little Bear. I will not stand for it. All right, so we're gonna go in here and we're gonna take care of the sheep and lambs. And these donkeys are begging for food. There you go, babies. Xena, get out. Xena, out. Come on. Come on, get out of there. Get back, Tom. Go over here and take care of more babies. Tom? No. No. Get back. I do not want him coming after this stroller. And the stroller has to go with me because I'm taking care of Little Bear. So Little Bear and I are inside the sheep pen now. We don't have to worry about Xena. We don't have to worry about Tom Henry. We can just do what we need to do. I'm gonna give Hazel her grain. Come check on her hay over here. Well, she's cleaned it up pretty well. She's still got a little bit down there she could eat on, but I'll get her a new square of alfalfa. And where is Annie Oakley? So before I told you guys I was gonna nickname Annie Oakley, but I had a subscriber suggest that we should name her Annie Okie, because O-K-I-E, because she's an Okie. So that's what it is. There is Annie Okie. Hey baby. Hey. What are you doing? You sure are cute. We just think it's the coolest. Annie has the same legs that her mama has. Her mom's name is Hazel because she has smoky legs. Well, she has the same smoky legs, but then she also has that dot right there on her back, and that's the same dot that her grandma had. What? What are you laughing about? Is that funny? Is that funny? Little Bear's cracking up about the animals. Hey, don't do that, please. Please keep your socks on. It is quite the battle to keep those socks on, but that's okay. It's just part of it. All right. Hey, Xena. Hey, girl. One thing we don't have to worry about out here is Xena. Xena is so gentle with little kids. She's never hurt anybody, and we don't have to worry about her. Pretty much just the turkey's the only thing I have to worry about. But that's the least of my worries, then I'll be okay. So I'm gonna come out here. I'm gonna feed the alpacas. All 4 of them are out here waiting on some grain. So we got our buckets to feed Missy and May. They're coming out. Quick update on the bus. I know we haven't done anything on it recently, and my hope is to be able to do this kind of as a family project. So not only by myself, but also involve the kids, Cassie, the whole family. So I've been researching though in the meantime, painting the bus. I actually seen a guy doing some painting on it the other day, and it looked pretty good, and I'm thinking about doing it myself. So let me show you the color right now. I took a picture of a pickup the other day in the parking lot. It's like a light blue, grayish color. So what I'm thinking about is painting it that color. Let's feed these girls real quick. Hey girls, there you go. So thinking about painting the bus that color, except for the top. Of course I would leave it white, but I really think painting it will probably in the long term be the way to go, because if we ever do decide to sell it, then it will already be painted for the next person, and then we could just put some of our logos on the side and on the glass on the back and places like that. So that's my current thoughts. You know, things could change, but I got somebody yelling at us. Let's go feed them. Come on, Little Bear, let's run over here. You sure do make a lot of racket. Dolly! Come on, baby. Come on, Dolly. There you go. What? You want to give Shelby one? Here, give Shelby that one. You can't give that. Oh, here comes somebody else. All right, let me give one more. Let me give one more. Who wants it? I think Dolly gets it. Dolly, my pocket donkey. All right. Be good, girls. And yes, there is one missing, but she's over there finishing up the grain that I put out a while ago. I already know that. So I'm gonna grab my bucket and let's go feed the cows. Whew. I think I'd rather drive the 4-wheeler. Makes it a lot harder carrying the cubes. Hey girls, come on. Come on. Come here, Blackberry. Come here, girl. Blackberry. All right, I'm going to get these poured out. So I went through there, poured it out in about 10 even piles. So around 2 to 2.5 pounds each. In the wintertime, when it's hard, cold weather, we double that, about 4 to 5 pounds each per day. But right now, they have so much green grass out there that they are all doing awesome. So, cows are fed. I think I'm gonna put the camera up. We're gonna go do the chickens next and finish up chores. Then I gotta get in and start cooking supper. But we'll try to catch up with Cassie later this evening. About one thing I've been thinking about with the rabbit and different things is that YouTube is changing us. Being on YouTube, doing YouTube is actually changing who we are and what we do. And really, I don't know if I like it or not, the changes, but it is. So I'm going to talk about that with her, and also talk about the kind of rabbits and kind of pets and things that she had growing up that was just normal for the day and time. So we'll catch up with her right now. So we got to catch up with Miss Cassie. It's been a week, hasn't it, Cass?
Yep.
What's made it a week? A toddler that is
Little Bear's been sick.
That has been sick.
He's still not 100%, but he's 85, 90.
Yeah, much better than
Yep.
10 or whatever we were at.
Busy at school. I've had some events that I was in charge of. I thought it was raining again.
No. Maybe it will rain more tomorrow.
And, you know, just life.
Yeah, the normal stuff. So we're making it though. We are at Friday. You guys are watching this Saturday morning. This is Friday night. And as I told Cassie, or as I told them earlier, Cassie, and I told Cassie that I thought YouTube might just be changing us a little bit.
Okay.
Because let's fast forward, rewind. Let's rewind.
Okay.
5 years ago, before we started YouTube,
Anything goes.
pretty much anything. Not anything goes, but if we would have found that rabbit, we would have done our best to take care of it, and probably just never thought about calling the game warden. But
I mean, I'm not gonna say I have, but I have raised several different.
yeah, no, we'll talk about that. Present day though, here's what happens. Hypothetical: we keep the rabbit and try to nurse it. Tomorrow, knock at our door, knock, knock, knock. Game warden shows up.
Because one of y'all turned us in.
Because one of y'all turned us in. And you know what? Your intentions may have been good. You may have really been worried
but
about...
our intentions were good as well.
You may have worried about Thumper. And if we wouldn't have thought about calling them, somebody still could have reported us. So how it's changing us, how YouTube is changing us, we have to cross our T's. We have to dot our I's. And we have to be conscientious enough to realize that there are people out there that A, might not even like us or hate us for whatever reason.
What's not to love?
And B, when you share your life with the world, and this video, there's probably going to be about 20,000 people that view it. And out of those 20,000 people, we get 99.9% thumbs up. We consistently get 0.01% thumbs down. So there's 0.01% of y'all. God love you. We love you too.
Yeah.
And that don't like us, and that's okay. You don't have to like everybody, but you still watch us.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
But like Gary said, in the past, you know, not that done things because we didn't care or anything, but like Gary had that, and he's like, I better call the game warden just to make sure before I put this video out. Just because, you know, we don't want to get in trouble, even though our intentions were good. But honestly, I had no idea a little wild rabbit, there was a problem with it.
Being illegal. Also,
when we're trying to do the best we can for it.
Also, a thought for me, though, is at the same time, my kids are watching me. And once I realized that it was illegal to have the rabbit, I could have turned the video camera off and said, hey, kids, we're not going to talk about this rabbit on YouTube because... you know, we're not supposed to have it. I didn't do that because my kids are also watching, and I want to lead by an example, and I want to live with integrity. I want to be honest. I want to follow the laws, even if I don't agree with them all the time. We've had people tell us in their countries, in Australia, different places, they have to kill the rabbits because they carry diseases and other stuff. But
yeah. Did I tell you I made a lady mad the other day?
You? No, not you. I don't know.
So... you guys, a lot of people send links and videos and posts and things like through DMs and stuff, and we don't click on any of those.
Especially on Facebook.
Yes, because there's so many scams. We've had friends who's got scammed, and it's not that, you know, Susie, I'm just saying a random name, is intentionally sending me a scam. Sometimes Susie gets hacked, and then that hacker sends me the scam. So we just don't click on things. Even if it's somebody that, you know, we've talked to for the last 3 years, like, we just don't click on things. So I just told her, I'm sorry, I don't click on things. And she got really mad, and she said, fine, I'll never send you anything again. And she unfollowed us. And so I messaged back, I was like, I'm so sorry, that wasn't meant to be rude. Our friend Daniel with Arms Family Homestead got his Facebook taken over a couple years ago. It was a headache to get back.
We've had lots of other people similar things.
I know you wouldn't send me anything bad, but I just don't click on things. And I told her have a good day. She said you do the same. So like, it's okay. If you guys email us links, I don't click on them. If you guys DM us or private message us links, I don't click on them. So I get, one, I don't click on them because of scams, but two, I get probably like 40 of those a day. And so, and a lot of times it's the same ones that people are like, I thought Cassie would like this. But anyway, if you send us stuff like that, more than likely we don't open it. We don't mean for it to be rude or hateful, but we just have to be careful to protect what we've invested our time and energy in, to not make one dumb move. Because even my mom has sent me a scam thing before. She didn't send it. The person who hacked into her account sent it to me.
So it has changed us. That's another way it's changed us. Yeah. Is we have to be super careful with everything. But there have been times in the past, pre-YouTube, that Cassie's raised different things, and we can just give you an idea of some of the stuff Cassie's mom has raised, and dad, and I have seen cousins growing up raise them too. But rabbits, raccoons, squirrels, deer. Oh yeah, we used to, like, it was a normal thing when I was a kid. I lived in the country. Every summer, a hay equipment would run through a deer's, you know, nest, or run through a deer's habitat, whatever you want, and there would be a fawn, and the fawn would either be injured or something would happen. Well, there wasn't a wildlife sanctuary like the one I took Thumper to, which that was the only one in driving distance. Yeah. So people would just take him to their house and they would care for him. It was just the norm, and that was not a big deal. Nowadays, I can't
think of our last one I can remember's name, but we put a big old orange collar around, like we got a bright orange collar, and we put it too big and put it around her neck, because she would still come up a lot, and we really didn't want anything to happen to her. And if we were hunting, we want to know it was her, but also if she came up to someone, for someone to know why she was friendly. Yeah. But also our mail lady loved being able, you know, she would tell us sometimes, hey, I can't remember her name, last week, like a mile or two over or whatever, because she had that big orange collar on.
Yeah, so it's always,
but we put it too big so as she grew.
Yeah.
And it could come off.
So those little things like that, though, are memories our kids won't have. Yeah. Because we are changing. We
just won't show y'all.
No, because we are changing because of YouTube, and that's our reality, though. So while there may be aspects I don't like about it, we've shared the reasons why we do it, and yes, I think YouTube is changing us. Like it or not, it's changing us a little bit. So there it is.
For the good or for the bad? We haven't decided.
I don't think there's an answer for that. I think it is what it is. You just say it's changing us a little bit, and we'll go on and we'll keep videoing for you guys and doing all that we can. So if you would, just continue to keep Little Bear in your prayers, that he just gets completely healed back, and that he will be able to go back to his normal routine. And because the wheels keep on turning, we got a lot going on around here.
Yes, and you guys keep the Fowler family in your prayers. Mike lost his dad, and we hate hearing that. But over to Fowler Family Farm and tell them that Walker Farm fam, or Catching Up with the Walkers, are praying for them during this time. Yeah, we really do appreciate you guys so much for taking time out of your day to spend time with us here on the farm. We hope you have a great day, and God bless. Love you guys.